Naples, South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins.
Chi è che deve fare i compiti? Ah! Che devi fare, papà? Amanda, vieni a mettere a posto la scrivania prima? No, Amma deve fare i compiti, quindi devi levare tutto da là.
It's Jacobs to start the drive. There's a nice move, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucks and Cards from Glendale. From the 38, Tannehill. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins at 10-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That means they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Tannehill.
No.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end.
Oh, scusa. Le 7 meno un quarto.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Tannehill on 3rd down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Jimmy Ward, the one to get a hand on that defensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Grazie, amore.
Again, Tannehill.
Che bello, amore.
First as he slides to a hole. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
2nd down and goal. Tannehill. And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Finito?
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. It's now a 7-0 game. out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Adesso.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to...
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's Watson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the air yet again, Watson. Man open, here is Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Julio Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. These two teams all tied after one.
No, ho sbagliato,
There's a
mannaggia.
2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And
No.
about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Tannehill to throw on the first play. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's Tannehill. A quick throw, but incomplete. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you've got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. Play action, Tannehill. He's got him in, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the back. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is going to be Packer football.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second. Once again, it's Swift. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And they needed to be because the game is a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get this into the end zone.
Mama.
Touchdown, Green Bay. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To the air again, Tannehill. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw is Tannehill. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Josh Palmer with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the points, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Watson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a second down and 6. Here's Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he's got some space. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often state about how explosive teams are, but this team is trying to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Swift running to the left. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Here comes Cohen. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On first down, Tannehill. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Again, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, this pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Watson on third down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second and a yard, Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw there taken in by Smith. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Tannehill on first down. That's caught right side by Palmer. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
From the 30 on second down, Watson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Steps away. Smith catches left side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tannehill. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Swift going to try up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Complete. Jefferson to target. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Tannehill keeps on the sneak. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. Third and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And some room to run now. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Deron Payne, and they'll drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Room here to run. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Jacobs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. And he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know what, when we use the term probably, we use the term imposing their will. Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even once...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.